It's Brian Preston, the Money Guy.
First one, this is from Facebook. This is from B.A. Moore. Should home equity be included in net worth? How does the 4% rule take inflation into account? Would I steadily take larger distributions to account for inflation? Let me answer the first one because it's easy, and you can answer the second one because they're more complicated.
There's an easy one there, and then there's one that's not so easy.
Should home equity be included in net worth? Yes, it should, but let me tell you what I do personally, and I think this is a valuable exercise. I only value my home on my net worth statement every year at what I paid for it. So even though, like, we live in Nashville, price appreciation, home values have gone up, it's great. I value my house at what I paid for it, so that every year my increase in net worth as it's attributable to my house is because of my mortgage, my debt payment that I'm paying down, not because of artificial appreciation of the house. Because in 2006, we learned the lesson that houses can run up in value, run up in value, run up in value.
2008, 9.
But in 2006, they were running up. And then 2008 was the great corrector, right? Mm-hmm. We saw what could happen. So me personally, for my real estate assets, I value them at cost. I learned that trick from Warren Buffett. He taught me that.
So now you want me to take the second part.
Yeah, second part is how does the 4% rule take inflation into account, and then do I steadily take larger distributions to account for inflation?
So there's actually two components there. The 4% rule, just to refresh everybody's memory, that's based upon actual research that shows, and this was based off of a 30-year retirement. That's why I always make sure I bring it back to the baseline that the 4% rule, when the research showed that a 4% withdrawal rate would pretty much ensure that you could make it through retirement without running out of money. They were counting on a 30-year kind of period of time for retirement. So keep that in mind. Inflation is a different component that you're probably asking yourself, yes, I could see interest rates going up. I will tell you, I think that the 4% rule was not necessarily designed to always add inflation, but because it is so conservative, I do think as long as you are a normal retirement age, I'm talking about 65 plus or 60 years old, I do think you can build inflation in and the 4% will still be very effective. Now, I think if you're a FIRE person, a financially independent, retire early, and you're in your 40s, you're in even your 50s, that's why I tell people still go back down to a 3.5% withdrawal rate. And then I still think you can even put inflation, because with 3.5% is so conservative that you're going to see that spread between what your assets make versus what you're pulling out each year is big enough that it does warrant and allow you to take the money. And that's really great. What the inflation protection is because if you think about it, what is a 4%? What is a 3.5% withdrawal rate? Is you're taking what your beginning value is at the beginning of the year, multiplying it by those percentages. The inflation's already going to be baked into the equation because if your assets, remember, 8 out of 10 years markets go up. If your portfolio is making 7%, 8% a year, there's a spread there, and that spread is actually increasing the value of your portfolio. So the inflation protection is going to kind of naturally happen just because it's baked into the recipe of good performance.
That was a great I have nothing to add to that because I thought that was wonderful.